Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome in. It is a Sunday morning. I was in here editing my garden video for later today. It's supposed to be a peaceful day. Apparently, it has not been a peaceful night on Saturday night. So a mass shooting has happened in North Carolina, and might I add, 11 miles away from me. That's 27 minutes away from me in Mountain View, North Carolina, which is very close to Hicory. I don't live in Hicory. I live close to Hicory. But this neighborhood, you would not expect this to be happening in. You know what I'm saying? It's not the hood. You would think it would be happening in, but apparently there was a party going on. And I know there's a lot of celebrating, high school graduation, maybe even college, going on around here. And apparently this one did not end very well. Hey, y'all, welcome in. Please hit the like as you enter and share the video out. So we're going to get into this article. I do have some videos. The reason it took me so long to come on live, even though I had already created the live, was because I was trying to get more information, trying to figure out which house is this at. Y'all know I do a side hustle, which is delivering my Uber Eats. And I have been in this Mountain View area. When I tell you these homes are very, very expensive, it's like the homes around me are very expensive because they're sitting on water. I'm not sitting on water, so I got mine at a deal. But these houses are, $500,000 or more. And so I've been looking for these homes, try to figure out which house this happened at, and I think I found it. So we're going to get into this video and listen to a few press conferences, well, one press conference, a couple of news items, and then look at where I believe this house is located. So one person was killed and at least 11 others injured. They're in critical condition, they say, early Sunday when this gunfire broke out during a house party in Catawba County, and that's in North Carolina. The shooting occurred at around 12:45 a.m. at a residence in Mountain View, about 60 miles northwest of Charlotte, according to social media statements posted by the Catawba County Sheriff's Department. Investigations told ABC Charlotte affiliate station that WSOC, the shooting erupted at a residence where a party attended by as many as 100 people. Mind you, this is a huge house. I was telling my husband about it before I went live. I was like, it was a mass shooting near us. And he was like, 100 people in a house, because my husband doesn't go around. Like the homes, some of the homes over here, a house across the street from me sold for $2 million. Okay. Good for me because it increases my property value. But I can't afford $1 million home. These homes are super big. These homes have other homes on it. Like I was talking to the neighbor who just sold their house for over $1 million. And when we moved in and I went over there to talk to her, and she was showing me the back of her home and stuff, and it sits directly on the water. We do not. And the home next to her, the one that sold for $2 million or more, it had another house on it. And she was telling me, yeah, that's where his the people that do his grounds work, they live in that house right there. I'm like, oh my goodness. So they live in a whole different lifestyle than I've ever been accustomed to or seen. And so these people have, listen. And so apparently a party was taking place at this particular home. They have heavy police presence there right now. Even the FBI is out there. They say investigators told ABC Charlotte affiliate that the shooting erupted in the residence where a party attended by as many as 100 people was in progress. 100 people. Can you imagine that in your house or home? Investigators said that they suspect that one or more people discharge their firearms. So this is not just one particular person. They say they don't have a suspect, but I think they have something in mind, because I'm pretty sure they were questioning people that were at the party, and the homeowner or their child, because allegedly it was a high school party. Catawba County Sheriff's deputies and officers from the nearby Hicory Police Department went to the home after receiving reports of multiple people being shot. One of the shooting victims was pronounced dead on the scene. Of the 11 others wounded, one was in critical condition and several remained hospitalized. No arrests have been made so far, or been announced, rather. No arrests have been announced. I don't know if they've arrested anybody. Investigators from the Hicory Police Department and special agents with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations were on the scene of the shooting Sunday morning, attempted to establish a motive for this deadly violence and identify those responsible for it. Witnesses told WSOC that many of those attending the party were local high school students. As soon as I heard the shots, this is one of the people that were there, they said, as soon as I heard the shots, everybody started scattering off, ducking our heads, running off toward our cars, toward safety. And I called my friend and said, call 911. I need help. Now, I don't know why you would just not call 911 yourself, but I guess when you're not thinking, you're not thinking. And it was a teenager, so let's see. That's something totally different. Okay. Hold on. I exit out of that and go over here. Thank y'all for coming in this morning. We're definitely going to pray for those who were injured. Okay, I don't want to show those yet. Let's go. Yeah, let's do this right here.
Out of Catawba County, where we are live on the scene of a mass shooting. Thank you for joining us. I'm Caroline Hicks. This is a live look at the scene just south of Hicory. According to the sheriff's office, one person is dead, 11 others are hurt. They say this all unfolded around 12:45 this morning during a party at a home on Walnut Acres Drive. That's in the Mountain View community just south of Hicory near Highway 321. WBTV investigative reporter David Hodges is joining us live from the scene. David, you just spoke to investigators. What have you learned?
Yeah, Caroline, they're still pretty limited on information, but of course that information that you had mentioned is the most shocking. 11 shot and injured, some at the hospital, one in critical condition, and of course one person has been pronounced dead, and that's all transpired at this house here behind me that photojournalist Sam will zoom in on here. You can see it's an active scene involving the Catawba County Sheriff's Office, the Hicory Police Department, as well as the State Bureau of an Investigation. Right now, police have not given us much detail on the type of party that this was, but I did hear from a resident this morning who said it was a pool party, that there's varying ages of people there, and that it was a very tragic scene. The neighbor that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, and that is why I asked the Catawba County Sheriff's Office exactly whether people in this neighborhood should be worried at all, since there has not been an arrest made yet. Take a listen.
When deputies arrived, they confirmed multiple persons were shot. Again, we have 12 total injuries. One of those people is deceased, another critically injured, and then 10 people with serious injuries.
Should people, I know you're not commenting on suspects or anything like that right now, should people in the area at all be concerned, taking shelter, any reason to worry about their safety at all?
We don't know of any danger to the community or to the general public. This does seem to be something that had some focus associated with that party.
As I mentioned, the resident that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, but that most of it happened outside, right around that pool area. We are expecting some more details again soon from the Catawba County Sheriff's Office to identify the one person who died from this shooting. Reporting live in Catawba County, David Hodges, WBTV, on your side.
Okay, so let's go over here. Hold on, let me delete that from my browser because I have so many things in my browser right now. It's insane. This is not how I plan to start my morning. I promise you that. I'm like, I cover everybody else's news. I need to cover news that's near me. Let's see. What is that? Oh, let's go to TikTok and check out a few of the TikToks. And then I'll show y'all the house that allegedly, I found the house through TikTok. And then I went over. I'm going to tell you how I did it. Went over to Zillow. You could go to Google Maps. I went there as well, but I'm not good with Google Maps. I just went over to Zillow once because I got the address from the angle that the news had. And then I said, okay, it's either this house, 1125 Walnut Acres Drive, or it's either 1137. And so when I saw this on TikTok, that this was the house, I actually found the house on Zillow. So I think this is probably just going to repeat what just happened. So I'm going to play it anyway, but this is the house. Let me make sure y'all can see it before I go forward. Let's put myself down here.
Aaron Turk. I'm a major with the Catawba County Sheriff's Office.
Why did you guys get called out here this morning?
Around 12:45 this morning, deputies received a call of multiple persons shot at a residence on the street behind me. When deputies arrived, they discovered multiple people had been shot and began rendering aid, and we've been investigating ever since.
What type of event was going out here late in the night last night?
We're still trying to figure that out. As we've learned so far, there was a party at the residence in question where the shooting occurred.
The people, do you have any suspects at this point? Are there people you're still looking for involved with this shooting?
We're not commenting on suspects at this time. We are fully investigating and trying to establish motive in those responses.
I feel like they know, they have a really good idea of who the person is. And this is going to be tiptoed around because it's a lot of wealth involved with this.
Any idea on how many people could potentially be involved in this?
More than one. We don't have an exact count at this time.
How many injuries? How many shot? How many killed? Am I going over that again?
A dozen total injuries. One of those dozen is deceased. Another is critically injured. The rest are in area hospital.
Yeah. What is this a neighborhood you guys are called out to too often? I mean, is this any history of shootings here or anything of that nature that you're aware of?
No particular history here at the residence behind us, and this is a fairly quiet street.
Ages of people who are involved in this? Can you give any comment on that?
Varying ages.
Young kids, high school. There's a lot going on around out there. This could have been like some kind of graduation party or pool party of that nature.
We don't know the theme of the party in question, and we're not commenting on specific ages of people.
According to one of the neighbors who hasn't lived there very long, older gentleman, he said that another neighbor told him that that particular home has a lot of parties out there, but he's like, well, I've never heard any, so they must have been very quiet. And that once he heard what sounded like fireworks in his yard, he said he got up out the bed. And then he realized it was gunfire because he heard more. And after people kind of hurried out of the neighborhood, he was like, the police was there within like 2 minutes.
Any idea on next update, or when you think you'd be able to give us a little more information?
Hopefully something this afternoon.
And you said, what's this neighborhood? What's it called, and what type of neighborhood is it?
I just get you to say your name and your position.
Okay.
You guys get called out here. You guys get called.
One dead.
A dark night.
Well, it was quite a terrifying scene.
Take a good look at your screen as we are following breaking news. It takes us out to South Carolina. This news just into our live now from
Around 12:45.
7-year-old Zakaylin.
Finish.
gonna tell you something.
Breaking news.
One person is dead.
So here's the
11
house.
Others are hurt.
That's what I was looking for. Here is the house, the home. This is the pool. So this is where the party was. And you can see most of the homes out there have like 2 driveways. Most, not all. And they're long driveways because the home sits back from the street. So you got a driveway.
Breaking news in a significant turn.
One person is dead. 11 others
You have a driveway over here, and then you have a driveway over here.
are hurt. They say this all
Mind you, because when I'm delivering to houses like this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope my tip is really, really good. But most times they say, oh, you can just travel around the house. You don't have to back out because it's a long driveway. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
folded around 12:45 this morning during a party at a home on Walnut Acres Drive. That's in the Mountain View community just south of Hicory near Highway 321.
They're still pretty limited on information, but of course that information that you had mentioned is the most shocking. 11 shot and injured, some at the hospital, 1 in critical condition, and of course 1 person has been pronounced dead. And that's all transpired at this house here behind me that photojournalist Sam will zoom in on here. You can see it's an active scene involving the Catawba County Sheriff's Office.
And there is a golf course in this community as well, if that gives you an idea.
Hicory Police Department, as well as the State Bureau of an Investigation. Right now, police have not given us much detail on the type of party that this was.
This is how I got the address here.
Said it
Right
was
where
a
it was.
pool party, that there's varying ages of people there, and that it was a very tragic scene. The neighbor that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, and that is why I asked the Catawba County Sheriff's Office exactly whether people in this neighborhood should be worried at all, since there has not been an arrest made yet.
When deputies arrived, they confirmed multiple persons were shot. Again, we have 12 total injuries. 1 of those people is deceased, another critically injured, and then 10 people with serious injuries.
Should people, I know you're not commenting on suspects or anything like that right now, should people in the area at all be concerned, taking shelter, any reason to worry about their safety at all?
We don't know of any danger to the community or to the general public. This does seem to be something that had some focus associated with that party.
As I mentioned, the resident that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, but that most of it happened outside, right around that pool area. We are expecting some more details again soon from the Catawba County Sheriff's Office to identify the 1 person who died from this shooting.
developing new.
Her mother died very. Her mother died very young.
Know what's going on with, honestly, the youth at this point, or the parents of the youth. Like, I know you can't watch your kids all the time. I am aware of that, trust and believe. But the fact that it's so many youth out here lost. I don't know if that's social media, they're lost. They don't understand, or maybe they do understand, but grasp fully, because their brains aren't fully formed, that once you take somebody's life, they don't come back to life. I've seen stories on 15-year-olds shooting, 17-year-olds shooting, kids getting together in South Carolina at the mall and meeting up. And next thing you know, gunfire breaks out. And it's just Like, it's just crazy right now, all the stuff that's going on. So let's go and pull the house up because I don't want to be on here all day. So I actually was just about to go do some Uber. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get no orders over there. Let's see. What is that house on Zillow? Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, so this is allegedly the house. I don't know if that's the house or not. I'm going to have to go to the other one. Let me see. Where's the other one at? Because I can't remember which one it was. It's not that one. But these homes are like, that one is $685. That's like next door to it, I believe. Let's see. $1,125. That one's $685,000. 615. So I mean, these homes are, I can see a house like this holding 100 people for sure. Not saying that this is the particular house, but this is on the same street. Could be the house. This is huge. And who's to say it wasn't like an Airbnb type home where, you know, they rent it out? Because I actually delivered to, and this house was on the lake. I had never been in this particular area before, but wasn't far from my house, but I've never been there before. And the guy was like trying to tell me, because I was getting lost, like, because it's like far off into the woods. And so when I finally found it, he was like, yeah. I was like, maybe y'all need to put a sign up to the front. He's like, oh, we're just, you know, Airbnb. We don't live here. We're just here for like a week or two. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, this will make me not want, if it is an Airbnb, is that the garage? What is that? Oh my God. That would make me, I think this is the house, because you got that long driveway here. And it should be one over here on that side too. Yep. Yep. Because see the windows right here? That's a driveway, right? And then that's the pool. And that's the same house that was in that TikTok. And then, so the windows over here has the driveway on this side of this tree right here. And then you got a driveway here. So yeah, I think this is the house, y'all. And it's like $685,000. This is the back of the home. I guess that's the pool gated in there. Yep, there it is. There it is, y'all. We found the house, allegedly. I'm just a nosy person. We found the house, though. Nice pool. Wish I had an in-ground pool instead of above ground, but I'm thankful for it. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, they had a pool party at this house, and it did not end well. I don't know what that other area was on this home. I thought it was the garage, but I can't tell. Well, yeah, it is a garage. It just didn't have the roof up, I guess. Let's just do it this way. That's like the size of some people's home. I feel bad for the parents if they weren't home and maybe their kid had a party and now they got to deal with this mess, because that happens too. Oh, wait. Were they renovating? Y'all forgive me, I'm nosy. Oh, no, that's the fireplace. Oh, they got that stone that I have on my fireplace. I don't like it. This is an older house because it has these little arches. And this is a half wall. That's how our house was on the inside. Had like a half wall, and then it had these arches, and we just took the walls and stuff out. I kind of miss it now, though. Yeah, this is not updated at all. House. Like the floors. Okay. I'm just being nosy, y'all. But like I said, they have not, it's like 2 different floors. They have not found a suspect yet, but I believe they will. Yeah, this house will have to have a lot of updates. It's little boo-doo, for real. I would live in it if I didn't have to pay for it. Oh, that's nice. I like that. So, does this lead out to the pool? Looks like it. And it looks like it leads out to the pool where the party was. I need to change the name of my channel to Tommy Investigates. Tommy Investigates. I am so nosy. I am so nosy. I like that. Bookshelves on both sides of that. Yeah, this house definitely could hold over 100 people. Over 100 people. Okay. All right, y'all. That's all I think I have found. I don't think there's any. Let me check and see if there. Hold on. What in the world? Let me check and see if there are any updates. That was an hour ago. I don't see any fresh updates. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, wait a minute. Is this what they found? I'm so hungry. My stomach is like growling. I'm trying to see if this is an updated article before I tell you. No, it's nothing updated about this. Okay, so come out of that. That was 3 hours ago. Wait, what's this? Oh, I think this was the one that I showed y'all. I don't know if I showed this or not. So, Let me share it just in case I didn't show it to y'all. No. There we go. I probably did show this to y'all though.
This half hour with breaking news out of Hickory. I'm Kaylin Hagwood. We continue to follow this story where we have learned 12 people were shot at a home during a party. You're taking a live look at Walnut Acres Drive, where police have been investigating this since midnight. Investigators say one person has died, one is in critical condition, and several others have serious injuries and are in the hospital right now. In the last hour, we heard from the Catawba County Sheriff's Department, who described the scope of this investigation.
How expansive is the crime scene? Is it isolated to a house or extends further into the street?
It is in the street and also in the yard inside the house in question, in the backyard, and in the neighboring yard as well.
Well, investigators say more updates will come later today. Want to bring in M. Quentin Williams for his insight on this. He's a former FBI agent not connected to the case. And Quentin, we're still early in this investigation. There he is there. But we do know, again, 12 people were shot at this house party. When you hear the areas that they're investigating right now, what does that tell you about what may have taken place here?
Well, first of all, this is a terrible tragedy. I think what they're doing now, they're concentrating on preserving the crime scene because it was spread out over such a wide scope of the area. I don't know if it was a party that had taken place and this was after the party, but it appears as though there was some gathering and folks were still hanging around, and that this may have occurred late night during or after the party. So preserving the evidence, gathering information from those who were casualties of this. Unfortunately, one person was killed, but fortunately, several people are still have survived. So I'm sure what they're doing is they're trying to figure out how to speak to those who are in the hospital, and there seem to be almost a dozen people in the hospital.
Certainly. And the Sheriff's Department not saying exactly what the ages are or what type of party that was taking place. And maybe with a little bit more context there, we would be able to understand why things were happening so late at night whenever this all unfolded. But speaking of that, this did happen just after midnight where all of this took place. It's now 9:30 in the morning. That scene's still very active there, a large law enforcement presence. Why do you think investigators take more time in an investigation like this?
There are so many casualties, and because it took place when it was dark out, it's harder to gather the evidence. So now that they have sunlight, they're able to gather the evidence, whether it's the shells from the bullets that were used, which can tell a lot, or whether it was footprints, tire tracks. There's also the possibility that there could have been cameras, public cameras that could have captured images of the vehicle that the people or person used. So there's a lot of work to do at this point, and fortunately, they're able to speak to some of the people who were there because not everybody wasn't killed. This is such a tragedy.
Yeah. How important do you think that eyewitness testimony is going to be as they work through their investigation?
Extremely important. First off, maybe it was somebody who had attended the party, and I don't know that this was a random act, but that will be determined by those eyewitnesses. They'll be able to tell, and that might be the clearest evidence of who did this, is the familiarity that the people at the party had with her or him. So I think that's probably what many of the officers are concentrating on, just doing it appropriately, because people are in the hospital and they're fighting for their lives. But trying to figure out who these people or person is through the eyewitness testimony is vital.
All right, M. Quentin Williams sharing a little bit of his insight there.
So yeah, that's probably why they know that they have more than one suspect. That's just my opinion. I think they know that's why they have more than one suspect, because of the casings that they've already found, and they're probably different. So if there is an update, and there is supposed to be, I'll probably do a shorts on it, not a full video, because I already have a full video scheduled to come out at around 4 or 5 o'clock. Peaceful, not a news story, a peaceful video. Okay, peace be still. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate you for being here. If you did not hit that like button, please hit that like button before you leave. I'm not even going to pretend to say I can see all of these names, even with my glasses on, but I see all of y'all in here, and I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm going to put y'all comments up here. Hey, CSE, how are you? That's the best way for me to see y'all comments. Hey, Lena, good morning. Well, good afternoon now. Oh, from Arizona. Hey, Betty, how are you? Welcome in. Hey, Miss Pickle, how are you today? Yashin, I think that's how you say it. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Not interested. I just read it. Was wondering if you were okay. Yeah, trust where I'm at. I didn't hear anything. Now, in my video later today, this is how I know people was out partying and celebrating. I was in the garden, my peaceful place, trying to get my little blood pressure down, because I could feel that I had a headache, and I knew that it had been going up. And I'd already taken my medicine for the day. So I guess the medicine wasn't working, but God has a better medicine. And I got in that garden, and the headache went away. The only thing I didn't enjoy was like the rap music that was being played. I was like, oh, they having a party or something. And all I could hear was boats, because I have boats, lake over here and lake back there. And all I could hear was music from the boats. And I'm like, wow, they are enjoying themselves. I'm just going to block it out and get this garden done. Hold on. Yeah, no arrest yet. At least they're not telling us. I'll say that. I kind of feel like they know who the person is. Like I told my husband, I also feel like they could have arrested the person, but maybe not mentioned it yet, because it is an affluent neighborhood. So what if the person that was arrested was the child of so-and-so? Because here, well, I'm saying here, I'm not in Hicory. I'm actually in between. I'm like in Taylorsville. So in Hicory at a Walmart on Friday and Saturday nights. Now it'd probably be different during the summertime. I've only been here since 21. I had never gone to the Walmart late at night. Me and my husband, we went. It was so many. You would have thought it was a car show. They had lights on their wheels. They had lights, underneath the car. They were, you can almost say, drag racing. They were all in the parking lot at Walmart. They were all in the store doing crazy stuff. And this employee, I was like, do they do this all the time on the weekend? Because I've never been here at night. And she was like, listen, we don't say anything to them because the police are not going to do anything. Now, this is alleged. The police are not going to do anything because some of these kids come from really wealthy parents, whether their dad is a judge or a congressman, etc. And they come in and they do whatever they want. She was like, one time they actually set a fire in the store, like on the shelf or something. Nobody did absolutely anything. So who knows if they have arrested someone or not, and who that person is. I guess we'll find out later, though. Hopefully. Hey, Stephanie. Agreed. T-Dog, that's not far from me. Party turned trouble from what locals say. Rough area there anyway, near the road it happened on. Not this area. It was not a rough area. This area was not a rough area. Now, maybe heading up to the Mountain View area on the other streets, it might be, but this neighborhood is not. Hey, Effie, how are you today? Yeah, because you just don't know where you're going to be when something pop off. I don't like large crowds. I just don't like large crowds for this reason. I mean, but you could just be shopping in the grocery store and somebody, like, you remember that story? I mean, it was last year or something. It was so many stores, but where they were just shopping, going about their business, and then this couple got into it, and next thing you know, you hear pop, pop, pop. So yeah, no telling where you're going to be when something happens. Mass shooting in, hey, Kimberly, how are you? Mass shooting in Mountain View, North Carolina, which everybody's saying Hicory because they're like this. Honestly, like, you literally, like, I didn't even know this place I'm in. I'm like, I'm thinking I'm in one place, one city, and here it is. I drove maybe 2 minutes and I'm in a whole nother city. I'm like, what is going on around here? Like, you on one side of the street where Chick-fil-A is, that's considered View Mount or something like that. And then across the street, something totally different, Hicory. I'm like, okay. I have to ask my phone sometime, where am I? Yes, Kimberly, send your prayers. No, I am 27 minutes from there, 11 miles. I looked it up on my phone, like, how far am I? Because I know I've been there, but I didn't know the distance of that particular area. But no, I'm 11 miles from it. I didn't hear anything.
This half hour with breaking news out of Hicory. I'm Kaylin Hagwood. We continue to follow the story where we have learned 12 people were shot at a home during a party. You're taking a live look at Walnut Acres Drive, where police have been investigating this since midnight. Investigators say one person has died, one is in critical condition, and several others have serious injuries and are in the hospital right now. In the last hour, we heard from...
Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm like, what is going on? So let me, hold on, let me put the house where it happened at up while I'm talking. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is allegedly the house where it took place. I even went on Zillow if you just got in here and showed pictures of it. I'm gonna go back to my comments so that I can get out of here. It is crazy. I was like, Mountain View here? Because nothing happens here. Like, there was another content creator that I found out she was living, where was she at? I don't know if she was in Hicory. I think she was in Hicory. She moved. She's, this is boring. It's nothing to do. You literally have to drive out to find content sometimes. Susan says many people who live that way really do not have that much money. It is all for show. That's true. Some of them don't. And hey, if you can find a house, if you into flipping a home, if you can find a house in a nice neighborhood, that's the goal, because the people around you are going to make your value go up. So, but that is true, because I'm one of them. I got that kind of money. Yeah, Kimberly. Hey, Veronica, how you doing? How is your Sunday? What you cooking? Cherokee Survival says, June 7th, I be helped my stepbrother from what? Something party, Mary party. There way more than 300 families at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like maybe some kind of community building or something like that, you know, where you can have receptions and parties and stuff at. But no, it was actually at somebody's home. 100 people scrambling out in house during. I can't even imagine. Like, I can't even imagine. This house has 2 driveways. And I'm pretty sure people were parked on the grass as well. And so you blocked in, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I would not put myself in that situation, but when you're young, I guess you don't think about that. We've all done young and dumb things. Cherokee is agreeing. Right. It's not unbelievable. Pool party, many ages. Now maybe boyfriend got enraged. That's one way to look at it, Cherokee. Yeah, the sheriff was kind of like, do you know the ages? Says the reporter. Many ages. Oh my God. I know they can't release a lot of information, but gosh, give us a range of what you think. Oh my goodness. He had to literally pry his teeth out. Well, we've been hearing is high schoolers. Then he says, yeah. Okay, so. Hey, Thea. Yes, condolences to those families and the ones that are in the hospital right now. I would have hated to have been at the hospital. The hospital they probably went to was maybe Fry Hospital. They might have went to some other ones, but I only know really of Fry. I don't know a lot about this place, but because you were not about to get seen with all these victims coming in. Brenda Siders, how are you? You have a blessed day as well, and thank you so much. The sword. Amen. Was it not playing, Kia? Did the news footage not play? Y'all, let me know. Put a 1 if you heard it and a 2 if you did not. And if it didn't, then I'll go back and play it. I'm sorry. Hey, Crochet, how are you? How are you? It definitely is a shame. Oh. I'm debating if I'm going to throw something on the grill or not. It's actually not raining. It's been raining every single day. We usually see this in California, Airbnbs in wealthy areas. I wonder who the owner is. I don't know. What was that guy's channel I watched? That's where I first saw it at. It was JL Investigates. I can't remember the name of his channel, but anyway, he did say like the last name. He didn't, out anybody. He was like, I think the owners of the house, their last name starts with a T, but he didn't say, because you shouldn't do that on YouTube. But hopefully later the police will let us know something. No, it's not 26 million. A fearful mind when they were young. Now road rages. Yeah, road rages for me right now. My kids didn't care for they were like homebodies, especially when COVID hit. My son was a senior in high school, and he played football. And so that was hard for him, which he wasn't a person that he didn't even go to his friend's house. I was like, do you want me to take you to your friend's house? And he's like, no, we game on, we talk to each other through gaming. So, but I didn't have to worry about them going to any parties because they didn't want to go to any. And my daughter did homeschool from the time of COVID till just last year when she graduated. And my son just graduated college a couple weeks ago. And so, yeah, now my worry is he has his first apartment and he's in South Carolina now. He has he got his job before he got out of college. Thankfully, he majored in engineering. And I still worry. I was sad when I helped him move the other day because he started his job on Wednesday and he moved on Tuesday into his apartment, which is expensive. I don't know. Is that what you're hearing? Let me know. Increase the law where I live in East North Carolina. I'm extra cautious when I try not to even blow I used to be a person I don't even do that anymore. I don't even do it. I watched that movie that was on, I don't know if it was Netflix or whatever it was on, with the guy that used to be in I can't remember his name. But anyway, I watched that movie of that road rage and how he stalked that woman and he had just killed his wife. You don't know what people going through. Nope. I just, try to let my son know, don't always be so quick to hit your horn because people, for the smallest things, they ready to pow you. In Charlotte, I don't even like driving in Charlotte. I have to drive through Charlotte to get to South Carolina. I'm like, oh God, I can't stand it. I don't go through the downtown area. I try to stay away from it. Only time I go through the downtown area, honestly, is if I'm going to be going to IKEA, because we have nothing here. When I tell you there's nothing here, we just got, I say we because from my house, I got to drive. The closest grocery store is only 5 minutes away, maybe 10. But I don't like to shop at Lowe's Foods. That's a last option for me because I don't find a lot of deals there. So in order for me to get to any Walmart, I'm driving at least 25 to 30 minutes. And we just got a Whataburger. So yeah, we have a Sam's. We don't have a Costco. Here is a Sam's in Hicory. It's like, I don't like driving to Charlotte though. So crazy morning traffic. Cam channel said 8 car. Wow, 30 minutes in southeastern Virginia today. Dang. Did we have an update over there? WCNC. Let's see. Oh, that's Charlotte news. I don't even watch the news. I don't even know the channels here. Like if I was in South Carolina, I could tell you, okay, it's WLTX, it's WIS, it's, you know, I can't tell you any of the stations here. Okay, let's see. Well, that's the one that I pulled up. I don't see a new one on here for them. So I don't know if this is the, hold on. Let me share it. I don't know if this is the one you want me to show you because I've already shown this one. Where's my button now? I didn't see an update. I'm gonna look on my phone. It's a lot easier for me to see my phone. I'll let this play while I'm looking on my phone. How about that?
News out of Hickory. I'm Kaylin Hagwood. We continue to follow this story where we have learned 12 people were shot at a home during a party. You're taking a live look at Walnut Acres Drive, where police have been investigating this since midnight. Investigators say one person has died, one is in critical condition, and several others have serious injuries and are in the hospital right now. In the last hour, we heard from the Catawba County Sheriff's Department, who described the scope of this investigation.
How expansive is the crime scene? Is it isolated to a house or extends further into the street?
It is in the street and also in the yard inside the house in question, in the backyard, and in the neighboring yard as well.
Well, investigators say more updates will come later today. Want to bring in M. Quentin Williams for his insight on this. He's a former FBI agent not connected to the case. And Quentin, we're still early in this investigation. There he is there. But we do know, again, 12 people were shot at this house.
I don't want to play that again because that's very lengthy. Hold on.
This morning during a party at a home on Walnut Acres Drive. That's in the Mountain View community just south of Hickory near Highway 321.
They're still pretty limited on information, but of course that information that you had mentioned is the most shocking. 11 shot and injured, some at the hospital, one in critical condition, and of course one person has been pronounced dead, and that's all transpired at this house here behind me that photojournalist Sam will zoom in on here. You can see it's an active scene involving the Catawba County Sheriff's Office, the Hicory Police Department, as well as the State Bureau of an Investigation. Right now, police have not given us much detail on the type of party that this was, but I did hear from a resident this morning who said it was a pool party, that there's varying ages of people there, and that it was a very tragic scene. The neighbor that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, and that is why I asked the Catawba County Sheriff's Office exactly whether people in this neighborhood should be worried at all, since there has not been an arrest made yet.
When the deputies arrived, they confirmed multiple persons were shot. Again, we have 12 total injuries. One of those people is deceased, another critically injured, and then 10 people with serious injuries.
Should people, I know you're not commenting on suspects or anything like that right now, should people in the area at all be concerned, taking shelter, any reason to worry about their safety at all?
We don't know of any danger to the community or to the general public. This does seem to be something that had some focus associated with that party.
As I mentioned, the resident that I heard from said they were not aware of the identity of the shooters, but that most of it happened outside, right around that pool area. We are expecting some more details again soon from the Catawba County Sheriff's Office to identify the one person who died from this shooting.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. I think I found the neighbor video. I just gotta I'm going to share it to my email. See if I know what I can do. Okay. Hold on. Let me stop sharing so I can show you the neighbor, what he said. Computer's very slow today. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna let this pause. Take it back.
And it sounded like someone maybe playing then I got up, and then all of a sudden there was more shooting, and there were 2 or 3 shots fired close here from apparently, I would guess, one car to another as the cars were, and then there was more shooting down the street.
Okay, what happened to the sound? That's not on me, y'all. That's on them. The sound went out. So that's what the neighbor I was talking about, they said he thought it was firecrackers. He got up and he realized it was gunshots because it sounded like right in his yard. But he didn't know the people, but the other neighbors had told him when he asked them that they would frequently have parties at that particular home. So that is that. Like I said, I did pull up the home here on Zillow. I'll go back. Hold on. Okay, so this is the house right here. And like I explained earlier, you have a driveway here, and then there's a driveway on the other side of that tree. And I want to click on it so y'all can see up close. So driveway here. Then there's a driveway on this side of the house over here, if you can see my mouse. This home is, how much did I say this house was? On here is estimated at $685,000. It's 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 4,347 square feet. It's an older home. It needs updating, but I mean, for some people, like who would want it, they would say it needs updating. But definitely you could live in it just like it is. I'm thinking this door leads out to the pool area, but I could be mistaken. That has to be the front entrance. This I think the pool is right out here, which I'll show you in a minute. But it's a nice home, older home. Like you literally could just paint those cabinets and they will be just fine. Big kitchen. I wish my kitchen was that big. We had a laundry room right there at the master bedroom. I didn't even pay that any attention the first time I looked at it. Big bedroom. So over 4,000 square foot home, almost $700,000. You can see one of the driveways right here. So imagine all those people parked in both of those driveways, and probably on the grass, trying to get out while somebody's shooting. I think I would have just stayed where I was. I would probably try to run in these people's house and hide somewhere. It's an older bathroom. It's like a loft area. Loft area got a bathroom too. Okay. That's a garage. So here's your driveway here. And again, you're going to have a driveway right there. My mouse don't want to act right, but right up in there. There it is, right here. That's the second driveway here, and then over there. Side shot of the home. It's a lot of property. Back shot of the home. It's the pool area here where they had the party. Allegedly. Let me put that in there. So it's like a side porch that I was trying to figure out what that was. And then I noticed the pool right there. So it's like a little side area. Okay. There's your pool area. Sorry, y'all. Oh, God. And I laid down late this morning. Two-car garage, I guess, yeah. Now, I don't know how old these pictures are because they might have made upgrades to this home, because I could have sworn in a different picture I saw like another house or pool house maybe over here on the side in a different picture that I saw. So I don't know. But that's allegedly the home right there. I'm trying to get out of it. Where were we? Neighbor describes hearing gunfire as man shooting unfolding near Hicory. Yeah. Hey, Lydia, how are you? I didn't know you were in here. I'm kind of far up in these comments. I'm trying to get through these comments. Thank you, Cherokee. I must go too. I'm going to go down because I'm way up. Hey, Carol. About 12 something this morning. 12:45, I think, this morning in Mountain View, North Carolina, close to Hicory, if you don't know where that is. Hicory is, if you know where Boone is, and I say Boone because most people know where Boone is. Hickory's probably about 40 minutes. No, I'll say 50 minutes from Boone. Yeah, I go to that one, but I prefer to go to the granite one. I prefer to go to the Granite one. I don't even like to go to the one in Taylorsville. I like to go to the one in Granite Falls, I believe is what they call it. That one's really nice. And the one in Conover is really nice too. But either way, they're still like 30 minutes from me. Oh, you're from Hicory. Okay. Yeah. I'm in Taylorsville, but the part of Taylorsville I'm in is close to Hicory. Hudson, Lenore. My husband was actually born in Lenore. I'm from South Carolina, personally. I love my South Cackalack. I heard about this. I was wondering if you were. Okay, I think I saw that. Hey, Squirrel Girl. Unless it was someone else that said the same thing. I don't know. I'm good. I am good. I'm tired. I was sore. I had to actually take a muscle relaxer. I was in the garden for a good 5 hours, maybe longer yesterday. I would say probably 6, because once I got done with the garden, I was supposed to do the pool today. I actually did the pool yesterday because once I got sick, I had let it get back green again. So I shocked the pool and then I started cleaning the pool. I still have to finish cleaning it though, but it's back not green again. So I got to finish cleaning it because my daughter wants to go swimming. And I'm like, girl, you want to go swimming? It's still kind of cool here. Like lately it's been, I don't know if it's because of the weather, but it's been like 50 something degrees. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's probably why some of my vegetables are stunted, because I'm still not used to the weather here. I don't have a greenhouse. I bought a mini greenhouse from Lowe's, but I need a bigger, not say huge, but just big enough greenhouse for like my peppers and stuff until the mid part of summer, because it still be getting cold and windy. And I'm like, I had on a whole jacket when I did that video, but that'll be out later today. That's okay, Squirrel Girl. Oh, your aunt lives in Mountain View. Yeah, it's a nice area. I should have paid more attention. Well, we are in. Oh, I'm reading y'all conversation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Told y'all I was nosy. Hey, congratulations. Congratulate Squirrel Girl. She got a job offer in Asheville. That's nice. You're going to love the squirrels up there, girl. You're going to love them squirrels up there, y'all. So I'm going to end it there. If there's an update, either I'll post it in my community, or I will do a shorts on the update. Hopefully there's an update later, but I definitely have a full-length video. This video is a full-length video, so please help my channel out. This helps me financially too. If you watch the video all the way through, if you hit the like, if you share, if you comment, and just continue to support the channel, I appreciate it. This was supposed to be just a peaceful day, but this was breaking news in my little area, so I thought I would share that. But the video later is not a store walkthrough. For the person who said, I'm tired of all these store walkthroughs, I'm in the garden, okay? Your girl is in the garden. So I'll see y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you. I enjoyed talking to y'all today. And I will see y'all in the next video, okay? Take care. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you can be when you are. Go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites Homestead.